Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all the listeners from around the world that are tuning into this radio broadcast today. I am Tammy Markee, your host of Tammy Markee Radio Show, sponsored by Millionaires in Training Radio. We are based out of Houston, Texas. Listeners, please let me share a little bit about myself. I am a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. I am a concerned humanitarian, co-author, international human rights activist, evangelist, entrepreneur, and forex trader in a $5.3 trillion daily market. Also, I'm a columnist for Kish magazine called Dynasty of Dreamers and founder of Dynasty Dreamer International. Well, listening audience, Candace Michelle will be co-hosting today's show. She is a kingdom advocate and author. Candace is the visionary steward of Wise Living International, a nonprofit organization and the director of Wise Living Group, powered by eXp Realty, LLC. Currently, Candace Michelle lives in Pearland, Texas, where she furthers her kingdom mandate to empower, inspire, educate, and encourage others to move from existing to living. You can follow her on Facebook at Candace Michelle and Instagram at The Real Candace Michelle. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a talented lady on today's show. She's a true example of a dynasty dreamer, and that spirit is going to be our outstanding show. We're on the radio broadcast today with Brooke Holmes-Roberts. Yes, Brooke Holmes-Roberts. I am supremely thrilled that Brooke Holmes-Roberts is a highly distinguished guest today. She's an internationally recognized leader and groundbreaking entrepreneur who has facilitated and empowered countless people to the financial and personal prosperity of them and their community. Brooke is a world-changer woman of historical dimensions. She shares core values of empowerment and entrepreneurship to many. Brooke Holmes-Roberts, CPSP, an overachiever with a knack for customer sales coaching. She's the woman behind Miss Millions, based in Philadelphia. She leverages her extensive sales experience to reframe teams and shift organizations' mindsets so others too can unleash their passion for sales. She is gifted with problem solving and breaking barriers of coaching businesses, large and small. Brooke's work ethic and drive have allowed her to grow millions in revenue over the years, and she has the tools to help you do the same. Known as the sales guru, Brooke cultivates solid relationships, seamlessly adapts to new environments, and consistently goes the extra mile. Her sales coaching program will pinpoint exactly where your business is missing revenue and guide you in your effort to make improvements. Brooke is proud to own and operate the first female African-American sales coaching business. Since 2009, she has excelled in the luxury, medical, and hospitality industries and made a career of helping others implement their own million-dollar sales model. She believes everyone can master the art of sales and offers each client the knowledge, training, and hands-on experience to execute her proven techniques. About Miss Millions, Miss Millions is committed to empowering and educating the future of sales. In an industry that's traditionally male-dominant and all too much the same, Brooke is shattering the status quo as the first female African-American sales training business in the U.S. Since founding the company in 2017, Miss Millions has sparked a global sales revolution with modern strategies that really work. Brooke started in sales more than a decade ago without yet realizing that it was her calling. Instantly, she fell in love with the relationship-building aspect of the job and was always pushing herself to hustle harder, sell more, and move up. Brooke knows the struggle of living on a commissions-only income and how difficult it can be to find meaningful professional training. Sales gave Brooke the glamorous life that she craved, and she was able to work with celebrities and large corporations while traveling internationally to over 15 in 57 countries and living in big cities across the U.S. Brooke generated millions of dollars in sales as an art gallery director, hospitality sales specialist, and director of sales in the medical and beauty industries. Well, today's episode is called Miss Millions, the Modern Strategies That Work. Well, welcome to the phenomenal world of Brooke Holmes-Roberts. How are you doing today, Brooke Holmes-Roberts?
Good morning. Thank you for such an incredible introduction. You're over here getting me excited.
You are so very welcome. I tell you, you have done such incredible feats in your life. We are absolutely thrilled and elated to have you on this radio broadcast today. Thank you for giving so much to the community of business.
Of course. Thank you. I'm so blessed that I've been able to experience so much in my life, and I'm happy to just give back all that I've learned over the past 10 years.
Yes, absolutely incredible. And you have such an incredible resume and an impressive roster, I must say. And yours is incredibly rich resume. Can you give us a synopsis of your eventful life? Give us a closer examination of the life of Brooke Holmes-Roberts.
Definitely. So I started off in sales 10 years ago, and the first position that I had was an art gallery director. And I never had any sales experience in my life, and I had no idea what I was walking into. But I was scrolling on Facebook at a friend's page, and I saw that she posted all of these amazing travel photos. She loved her job, and I messaged her. I said, I want to do exactly what you're doing. So cut to 24 hours later, I had a Skype interview. 2 weeks later, I was being flown to Miami to be trained to become a salesperson. And 2 weeks of training turned into 4 years of traveling internationally around the world to over 57 countries, working with a broad clientele from, royalty to celebrities to athletes to the standard families that enjoyed collecting artwork for their home, me forming friendships and bonds with people I would never even dream of meeting. And working as an art gallery director really set me up for success for the rest of my sales career. It was such a high level of sales. I started out having sales goals of up to $500,000 per week. That's how much I was selling. So it was such a high to start off my career. And after 4 years of traveling, I was exhausted. I was living out of suitcase most of my life. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take a vacation and figure out what my next steps are. So I go to LA, and the same girl that got me the job as an art gallery director, she was living in LA. That's when I went to visit, and her roommate was a traveling nurse. So her roommate gets a call while I'm there and says, hey, we need you to go on a new assignment. So my friend says, oh, why don't you move to LA? 24 hours later, I'm getting my things shipped to LA, and 3 weeks after that, I accepted the position as a director of sales in the medical industry. So it all transitioned so fast, and the medical spa that I worked at, it was the #1 medical spa in California at the time, and it really showed me the California way of living, I would say. It was all about the Botox and the fillers and the non-invasive procedures. So it was fun, it was exciting, and I got to meet a lot of girls in the industry. So I quickly rose to the top. I became the #1 seller in the company. And after working with them for 2 years, they asked me to transition to San Diego to help them with 2 other locations that were struggling in sales. So they moved me to San Diego, and I worked for them for another year and a half. And the spas were successful. I got them to their peak, and I was ready for something new again. So I was working with a sales coach, and she said, you want to travel again? You should work in hospitality. So here I go again. I restarted my career, and I started working in hospitality sales, where I became a task force sales consultant, and I was able to travel throughout the United States and work with the property sales teams on business development, training, and just preparing action plans for them to meet their sales quotas, or exceed their sales quotas, I should say. And when I was working in the medical spa in hospitality, I realized that the only company that trained me in sales was when I was an art gallery director. And before every contract, I had to be trained again. I had to pass the training with 100%. I mean, you had to be on point. If you know anything about art collectors, they are intelligent, and when it comes to spending hundreds of thousands of dollars for artwork, they want to know that it's worth it. So I realized no one else trained their sales professionals, and the reason why I was succeeding so much is because of the training that I had. And I realized there was a need for sales coaching, for training, and people really wanted to be trained, but the companies weren't investing the money. So here I am today. I founded Miss Millions and said, I can do this. I can give all of the knowledge that I have learned over the years to other people and inspire them to really be a kick-butt salesperson. And here I am today.
What an incredible life. And you are the front runner in sales. And it's very important when you talk about connecting with people. And this is what happened for you. When you connected with the right person, which was key to help propel you to the next level, that's very, very important key to being successful, is who you align yourself with.
That's right.
But the gifting was already there. The gifting of sales. The gifting of how to deal with people, and developing and nurturing those relationships and fostering those relationships. And that's actually what you have done. And that reflection speaks volumes. That was already rooted in your core values of sales and dealing with people and everyday situation. You learn a lot when you travel around the world.
You really
exposed to so many different cultures like you were. And even when it comes down to your impressive resume, with all your sales margins grossing over 100% each quarter, you chase the top and learn along the way. And you want to empower others to do the same. Miss Millions is founded on the idea that everyone can master sales with the right training and a spark of passion by being approachable and motivational. And you give these instruction techniques that are tailored specifically to other strengths so that they can get the results that they're looking for. Unlike other sales training companies that sell a blanket approach, you dig in deep to help them find the revenue that they're missing and maximize it. And the sales have changed your life and gave you the confidence to take a bold leap into the unknown that paid off big time for you. And I have to say, Brooke, that what you share with the listening audience today is compelling and ambitious journey to success is truly highly illuminating and fascinating, incredible guidepost to greatness, I must say. So let's talk a little bit about economics. Okay. What do you feel would be the adequate address to the crippling economic issues prevalent among people today?
You know, I really think that we need to be educated on all of the issues that are happening around us. I think that it's easier now for people to kind of dive into these issues because of social media, right? Pretty much everything is on social media. I mean, you can go on and you can find out every single issue that's happening today and kind of figure out who you need to contact, who you need to email to kind of get in front of these issues or assist with what's happening. And I also think experience, having somebody or yourself go through something. For example, I have a brother right now that's serving time in prison. And before, I had no idea what happened in prisons. I had no idea the discrimination that people experience in prisons until that became my reality, right? So my eyes are now open to all of the different opportunities my brother can have when he comes out, and then also making sure that I'm teaming up with people that are trying to help the prison systems, help the discrimination, and really tackle the issues that are right in front of our face, that nobody is